Good evening, everyone. I'm Harsha from Autochatic. So, first of all, I would actually like to thank Facebook Developer Circle and the amazing organizing committee for providing us with this opportunity today. So, let's get started. Uh, Autochatic, we started this back in August 2016. So, the inception of the idea was something our founder Dinal noticed on his work on natural language understanding. So something he noticed was that there are, in one hand, there are emerging technologies each day, uh, especially in the area of artificial intelligence and machine learning, and also platforms opening up their APIs and their platforms for businesses to run their businesses on top of those platforms. And on other hand, there are potential use cases actually where you can benefit from these technologies, but due to its inherent complexity and the level of knowledge required, it bit hard these entities to come up together and do something effective. So we Autochatic, we saw this problem, and we made our vision democratizing high tech so everyone can benefit from that. And we decided to get together, hack this, and after a lot of commitments and a lot of hard work, and especially after a lot of learning, we were able to release our platform, Autochatic, where actually you can create a chatbot without writing a single line of code. So, and also recently we got selected to one of the world's largest startup incubator in France. And right now we have offices in Sri Lanka as well as France trying to expand this further. Okay, so uh, if I give you a brief introduction about Autochatic, like what exactly we are trying to do. So as I explained, there are a huge gap between those technologies and the potential use cases where you can use them. But something we noticed was that if we create a platform where you can create, we can fill this gap between those entities, like if you can create a chatbot without writing a single line of code, and if you are a business, if you can easily create a chatbot to uh, do your business operations, then it's something actually we can greatly contribute. So we started this platform, and we can, using Autochatic, you can create multilingual and context-based and intelligent chatbot without any hassle. So, okay, like, okay, we have a platform to create chatbots, but I think you guys wonder, like, what is the reason we should concern about chatbots? What is the reason we should start using chatbot in our businesses? So, main reason is that there are more than 2 billion people on Facebook, but you don't have a scalable way to reach them. So chatbot is the only scalable way you can reach those audience and effectively engage with them. So if you consider traditional way of engaging with your audience like email, SMS, it's kind of a short term and it's kind of short-term interaction, and you can't bring them any further than that. But with chatbot, you can actually create long-time personalized experience, so you can effectively approach your audience and communicate with them well. So that's one of the main reasons chatbot is popular these days. So uh, if you see the if you see the see these statistics, you can see that in last 5 years, search for term chatbot has grown by at least 19%, 19 times. So uh, this is the evidence that popularity of chatbot has grown over the years, and people are more inclined to adopt these technologies in their businesses or in their day-to-day use cases. And also, 71% of people uses chatbot in their to solve their day-to-day problems. Like, imagine that you had an accident and you need to submit your claim and get it processed very fast. But if you have to wait until someone look at it, and if you have to wait, like, say, let's say 24 or 48 hours until it's complete, imagine what kind of stress you will have. But if you have a chatbot and if you can just go to a messenger app and go to your chatbot and just upload your screenshot, and then interact with it, and then track the progress. And imagine how easier it would be if you applied this to your day-to-day task. For example, like if you need to buy something, rather than go to their website, remembering them and bookmarking them in your PC, and then search through that. Instead of doing that, if you can go to a chatbot, like ask, hey, bot, I need to buy this one. Do you have this? Then bot will reply like, yeah, I have these items. So it would be kind of engaging and more effective workflow to follow. So that's why actually there are more people inclined to use chatbot, and also it says 30% of them expected to get quick answers from the chatbot, obviously. Question images and chatbot have engagement compared to email. So if you consider email, it's kind of a traditional way of engage with audience, and it's kind of going down. And as a millennial, we spend a lot of our time on social media, and then it's obvious that it has more engagement compared to traditional channels like email or other channels. So higher conversion rate than interacting with an average social ad. So this is one way we can actually improve our marketing on Facebook. So we using chatbot. Like imagine that you saw the Disrupt Asia advertisement and you have like 1,000 questions. Okay, where is it? How can I participate this? And I'm sure like moment you see this ad, you get like 1,000 questions regarding the event. But in a traditional way, there's no way like you have to like go to their event, then go to find the website and go to the website, then read all those texts you have there. But what if you have a chatbot integrated with this ad? Once you click on that, it will redirect you to a chatbot, and you can ask questions like, any question you have. So basically like where it is, how can I participate that, and then chatbot can interactively communicate with you. So it's actually guarantee higher conversion rate if you can integrate those technologies into your Facebook marketing, Facebook advertising programs. So at last, it says 11% of people feel negative about chatbot experience. So potential reason for these issues are that most of the time chatbot are not very intelligent. So there are some use cases they can effectively solve, but there are some use cases you can actually effectively solve using chatbot, but there are some complicated requirements. So I'm sure that number will go down as technology, advancement of the technology, and the understanding accuracy of the those NLP, NLU, and artificial intelligence, those technology, advancement of those technology progress. So I think should not worry about that for the time being. So there are some potential use cases. If you're wondering like what kind of actual real life scenarios I can create with this technology, exploit with this technology. So these are the potential benefits. Like if you are a business, you might actually wonder like what kind of measurable benefits I can have from this technology. So it saves a lot of time. It saves the time, and it provides 24-hour service. You don't need to have a separate staff to manage your Facebook feed or answer your Facebook message queries. So using this, you can effectively cut down at least 98% of their staff by automating them with chatbot. And you can reduce errors, because there are a lot of stuff when you're doing a business or when you do usually day-to-day stuff, you can automate. So by automating those activities, you can actually cut down a lot of error rate. You can actually lower the error rate, and you can use chatbot to increase sales. Again, because it's very scalable way of reaching people, and think that you have 1,000 of customers, and reaching them manually would be a nightmare if you don't have a big staff, or if you don't have enough resources. So You can actually use chatbot to increase sales and scalably expand your business. And uh, also customer engagement. One of the main benefit you have with chatbot, you can re-engage with your audience. Like once you talk to your Facebook chatbot, you can then after that you can reach them back and follow up, then analyze their data and send promotions and other stuff based on their data. So you can reduce the workload for your employees and so on. And one of the main thing about chatbot, like even though like it's the thing you most of the time notice, chatbot is just a tip of an iceberg. The important part you're getting from a chatbot is data. So as you can see, the last one, analytics, because this is the effective way you can collect customer data and you can analyze them, and then you know your audience, and so based on those data, you can decide how you need to approach your audience. So if you did it using let's say humans, it's going to be kind of hard to like collect those data and do it effectively, but using our platform, you can actually benefit from those data in an effective manner. So this is a basic process. It's actually like when you're creating a chatbot, like understand your audience, determine your business objective and the project scope, because different people might have different requirements. So for example, like there are some use cases you need to create like intelligent chatbots, just have a natural conversation with your user and keep it forward. And there are also cases like you need to have a flowchart based, decision based chatbot, and like you have to like think about those parameters, what kind of chatbot should I build, and then you can, based on your audience, you can like decide like how its personality should be. Like maybe it's a funny chatbot, maybe it's a serious one. So it's all up to you actually decide like how this should be modeled, and then determine your business objective and project scope. So what kind of thing in your existing workflow you can effectively automate using chatbots, and plan a development strategy, and then drive engage. If you build your experience on Messenger, drive awareness and engagement, and so on. So, okay, here like a basic introduction about like why you should use chatbot in your business. Like there are some factors you can consider like using them in your businesses, why you should use them in your businesses. So let me like show you a brief demo, like how you can create a chatbot using our platform. So I'm not gonna build a complete full feature chatbot here, but if you need to create a chatbot, I will show here like how you can start using our platform and effectively progress from there. So basically, first thing you have to do, obviously, go to our platform and create a profile, and then you can go here, and you can start your project here, and like you simply give a name to the chatbot. For example, like let's say workshop bot, and you can select the industry and the industry and your preferred language, and you can create a project. So this is something I have already created for Disrupt Asia event. So in here, like as we promised, like one of the main advantage you have using our platform is that you can create chatbots without writing code. So you don't need any technical knowledge. If you are a business owner, say that you have a small clothing shop, you need to create a chatbot. You don't need to go for someone who know about engineering or software development. You don't need to learn those technologies. You can simply come here and start building your chatbot. So basically, I will show you like by showing showing you something simple. So in here you can drag and drop those components to your canvas, and you can simply greet to your customer saying hi. Uh, I'm uh, I'm Sam from clothing store. So basically something like that. So one thing you should be aware of that this is something I just typed just to show you like how it's done. But when you're actually creating this should be a more personalized experience, personalized message, like something which can give a very good first impression. So you can start off by like greeting your customer, and then here you can add different choice options. So basically you can ask customer like, how can I help you today? Say contact us and see products. And so using these type of components, you can actually provide customer with some suggestions. Like then they don't need to type something. They can just simply select what's on the screen. So this is one of the example for that. So this is asked from Manda, bot, something we built for urine assurance. So in here, you can ask simple question and you can suggest these answers like, if I can type something or I can suggest this option, you can simply click on this option. So you can provide those templates using these templates components here. So it will be this is known as a button template, and what you saw previously is known as quick reply. A similar component what we use here, and also you can use templates. So like if you are, let's say in our example clothing store, you can show here like the different clothes types you have, and then you can add buttons here like potential call to actions customers can take, like I will leave it as it is for now. And you can update that component. So like then you in here you can actually define once you click on this button one, how should the interaction should progress. Like in here you can keep adding another interactions and continue building your flow. And I would like, so this is how basically you build your chatbot. Like you start with something, some, let's say a simple message, and then by asking user questions and getting their inputs, you can drive the flow and like collect the information, or like it's actually totally up to you what you need to do with this technology. So, and also there are some use cases you need to, so before, without explaining all the features here we have, I will explain you like the very basic features we can actually, you might find useful in when you're building a chatbot. Sorry about that. So you can actually on this bot builder you can actually connect this with your existing backend system, so here you can actually select the method and you can define your endpoints here and relevant parameters. So using this platform, you can actually fetch data from your backends and show it to the user. So this is a good option that if you need to integrate with your existing systems, you can do it using these components. So, and one of the other important component is that live agent. So there are moments that you actually need to connect this. You actually need to human to take over the conversation and drive it from here. Say that there are some simple complex situation where you can't simply use chatbot to answer that, but you need to human to take over and drive that conversation from there. Then you can use this component. And you can simply ask user to, do you want to connect with a human agent, live agent, and then if your user approves, then all the messages from here onward will be redirected to your platform live agent. So in this example, actually, you can either use built-in live agent inbuilt CRM, or you can integrate it with Slack. So you can simply receive those messages to your preferred CRM option, and then drive it from here. So maybe you would like to use built-in CRM, or maybe you can connect it to your Slack channel. Okay, so this is something actually we built using this, and this is more of a complex requirement we have completed here. As you can see, if you try to build this using, or if you try to program this, or try to build this manually, you can see like how hard it would be to manage these chat flows. But here, you can just simply follow this flowchart model, and you can make necessary changes whenever you need. So you can create very large chatbots with a lot of capabilities using this bot builder tool. So those are the kind of basic functionalities we have here. So once you done creating your chatbot, you can actually integrate it with your Facebook page here with a single click. So basically you have to, this is already connected to a page, and basically you can click here and connect to a Facebook page and start engaging with your users. So apart from that, you can collaboratively build this platform, build this chatbot with your friends or your team. So you can define the level of engagement you are allowing. So maybe they can just view, or maybe they can build chatbot. So you can manage the how collaboration should happen here. And also, one of the important thing is that you can integrate this with your ad campaign. So in here, you can create referrals. For example, if you are targeting doctors, you can type here a doctor, and then you can integrate with this link with your ad campaign. Like when you are doing ad campaign on Facebook, you obviously have like target segment, right? So when someone click this link and come to a chatbot, then you know that these people came. These are the target audiences, and based on those links, you can actually change how flow should interact. So basically, you can define different types of referrals here, and from here you can define like based on these parameters in chat flow where it should navigate to. So This is actually one of the very useful feature if you are running ad campaigns and you need to effectively integrate this with your chatbot, your ad campaign with your chatbot. So there are also some few options where you can actually you can actually programmatically push certain messages, and then another thing is that we also have a campaign manager. You can create campaigns based on the based on how users have subscribed or the time frames they have interacted with you. And in here, you can actually like categorize based on how users interact with you. You can actually categorize this your audience, and then from here, if it's a possible lead, then you can like show them some of the messages you are supposed to send them. And so something similar going on here, like you can schedule messages, recurring messages. And in analytics, actually you can see user engagement, like how many users have engaged with your chatbot. And there are some other basic information you can get, like language, time zone, gender, and user engagement, and some stuff like that. So, and also one of the most important feature you get with Autochatic, you can actually create multilingual chatbots. So in here, you can actually select your preferred language, let's say Sinhala, and you can start building a chatbot in one language, then you can translate it to multiple languages. So here, I just created a simple chatbot, and then I translated it to a Sinhala. So, I mean, this is a machine-based translation. Sorry? Okay, we are using Google Translator for this. And so, if it's haven't translated correctly, you can actually modify it from here. Then also, at last, the another important feature is that you can create intelligent chatbots using this platform. So in here, as you can see in here, you can train your bot to understand whenever users type something, you can train here bot to understand what user is asking, and then based on those queries, you can actually you can actually direct them to the different parts of the chat flow. So in here, basically, you can train some intent like location, and let's create some intent called location. And so it's been translated because now you have two languages here. So here, actually, you can like input some questions like where are you guys are located, and how can I reach you guys, and like some question you might think that customer might ask regarding your location, like how to find you. Then once you train here with a few queries, whenever a customer asks something similar to that, so that means if customer has the intention of like asking the location of your shop, then it can understand this automatically. And then from here, you can actually so you can see here, like when I create in this one, there's a new note has created. So based on this intent, you can actually reply like we are located at so based on something you need to type here. So actually, so those are the actually basic use cases. You can actually basic chatbot options you can use using this platform. And I think this pretty much covers the all the aspect you need on a chatbot, and you can effectively build them using this component. So I'm sorry about the rush and like I would suppose like if I could give you a like very good detailed demo, but with the short time we have, I can't take much of the time. So if you have any questions, I think I can answer for them. And also, you have the chance to win a T-shirt from the Facebook Developer Circle by asking some questions. So, okay, so you can get that.
Okay, a few questions. So, I think it's a good thing that you guys support Sinhala, so because it's easy to reach the mass audience. But does the chatbot understand Sinhala as well when users type Sinhala?
Yeah. So yeah, that's the purpose of this translation. So you can start building it on English, or also you can train these queries in English. Then you translate this flow. It actually translates the natural language understanding part also. So when if user asks something in Sinhala, then it should be able to answer that question.
I'm sorry, 2 quick questions again. Does it also integrate with a payment gateway? For example, you gave a use case for a restaurant. So if I'm to order something, does it also integrate to a payment gateway? And the other question is also, I work for MAS Holdings. I handle digital communications. Most of the inquiries I get on the careers page is to do with vacancies, right? And then I direct most of them back to the website to ask them to refer to it. So is there a way I can connect a chatbot that will check through the available vacancies and can automatically reply to the customers?
So the first question you asked was like whether you can integrate payment gateway. So yeah, it's possible. So we don't have here like built-in payment gateway, but one of the reason is that we haven't prioritized that because most of the time companies have the existing payment gateway and they don't need to move into another one. So in here you can actually, there is some option called web view. So if you actually you can find more information on our tutorials in here. You can actually add extensions. So this extension is basically a web view. So it basically when you go to this, when you click on this, it's load another simple browser inside the Facebook Messenger. And on top of that browser, you can load whatever page you need. So basically, you can load that payment gateway on that web view. And another reason we recommend that because a lot of people don't like to type their payment gateway like sensitive information on Facebook. So in this way, you don't actually have to type anything to the chatbot. You can just load that. You can just push that payment gateway through that web view, and you can allow user to check out using that. So the first question and the second question, yours was like, yeah. So actually, the option I showed you previously, you can integrate this with your existing system. So you don't have to do anything like, especially for this, you can use our API component. You can, if your system has an API, this can fetch data from your API, then show it to the customer. So it's possible. Obviously, because if you have a website, you have a backend system, then it's definitely possible.
I have a question. Like, I'm running an e-commerce website. Like, I have 3 to 5 Facebook pages. So each pages, I'm getting like 200 to 300 messages per day. But in that, the most of the people, they type in Sinhala means like this. How much means they asking kiyada in English only. Yeah. So in that case,
it means English.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's actually something we are working on trying to, because when localizing this technology, we have like those kind of practical use cases. So it's something actually we are trying to understand, like how we can effectively track this problem, because Singlish, we don't have like standard technologies developed, so we have to do something just for Sri Lanka and localize this for that. So right now actually we are like kind of researching on how we can use existing machine learning models to understand those technologies. So I can't tell you a date, but like in the future we should be able to crack it quickly. But if you like, let's say like if you from your customers, only 20% asking, like 20% of people just asking using English and other percent using English, then I think still you can benefit from this technology in your use case. So actually, something just for your knowledge, like if you have the heard term conversational commerce, it's something getting popular these days. So it's going to be the definitely next next paradigm of how you shop online. So I think in your use case, this is definitely something you should start try to integrate into your business. Actually, that's something we try to doing researches on. So, something we noticed that there are visual coding products, but there are users that actually use this platform and try to build a chatbot. But there are a lot of people who doesn't know how to build a chatbot. So, something we are trying to understand is that we are kind of doing research on that. So, like using machine learning to based on the user interaction, suggest user how you should build the flow automatically. So, for example, like if you don't have much of the knowledge, like how you can manage a flow chart, you just come here simply and create a basic chat flow. Then you connect it to your Facebook page. Then user comes and asking like in certain area, certain type of natural language queries, like open-ended queries. So we can actually you can actually understand that pattern, and then on the chat flow, we can actually suggest user to like, hey, add something, add an NLU context here using these queries. So then he can like maybe click accept and add it to their chat flow. So that would be something very interesting. So that's actually something we are working on while building this.